Three fixtures, three wins. And when we three fixtures, three wins. Now we're not when three fixtures. When I saw this fixture list, I won't lie, I was nervous. I knew the boys had to lock in. And I'm not the only Arsenal fan that was nervous because as Arsenal fans, there's one thing that bonds us all together after these past couple of years. It's trauma. This is around about the time where Arsenal kind of start to hit a bit of a snag in the road. So if you told me that we are going to go against Tottenham, Chelsea, and Brighton at this stage of the season and still grab all 9 points, I would have told you you're lying. I would have told you you're a liar. That's tough. I don't want to get my hopes up. There's still a long, long way to go. In fact, 8 games, a lot can happen in 8 games. But if Arsenal can win 7 of them, then we've got a very great chance to be lifting up that silverware at the end of the season that's been eluding us for the last 22 years. So let's get into it. I mean, there's not really much to say about the Tottenham game. It was the Eze and Gyökeres show. Those two dominated, 2 goals each, and Spurs find themselves on the wrong side of the table fighting for survival. Need I remind you, this was the same Spurs that was celebrating a 2-0 loss against Manchester City because it meant that Arsenal's title hopes were dented. And how can we forget? How can we forget? So I think the football gods are coming back for a bit of retribution here. Like, you know what? We can't let a low vibrational team like this that would rather lose than see their rivals lift the championship stay in this Premier League. Moving on to Chelsea. I think this was a more challenging game. Chelsea do like to play at a bit of another level when they're playing against top teams. They did give us some problems. Well, rather, let's just say we gave ourselves problems. We scored 2 goals, both from set pieces, conceded an own goal. And Chelsea went down to 10 men, and it still felt like there were 11 men on the pitch because in that game, Arsenal struggled to keep the ball. They weren't stringing passes together very well. I think they made it very difficult for themselves, right, to really take control of that game. But to come out 2-1, I think that was fantastic. And look at that record. In the last 9 games, Chelsea have not been able to beat us. Beautiful. I really want us to talk about our left wingers. When we look at our options of Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli, it's I won't lie, it's a bit of a horror show, because when one comes on, we're hoping for the other, but when the other comes on, we're hoping for the other, right? Especially when either of them start. Martinelli starts, we kind of wish Trossard started. If Trossard starts, we kind of wish Martinelli started. And I'm not too sure what's going on with Leandro right now. I mean, he's in a bit of a rough spell. The form is a far cry from what we saw at the beginning of the season and what we've seen in previous seasons when he has been so clutch for us. Uncle Ibs. Now, I know people watching this channel might think I've got some sort of vendetta against Eberechi Eze, but look, Mr. Let It All Work Out himself. It worked out fantastically against Tottenham, but in these last 2 fixtures against Chelsea and against Brighton, we're not seeing too much of him, right? I mean, he's maybe had 1 or 2 moments in both of those games, right? But we're not seeing as much as we would want to see from him. His off the ball movement is getting better, which would probably explain why he is, finishing games, starting and finishing games. But I think we just need a little bit more. We need more from our Maverick. Maybe at this point, we just need to let him know before every game that he is playing against Tottenham. We need to let him know that, listen, you're playing against Tottenham. Are you sure? Because I'm seeing Everton over here. Nah. It's Tottenham. If we're going to win this title, I've come to accept that, listen, yes, we talk about the standards, but if you're going to win a Premier League title, it's not going to be pretty, especially not this time round. Beautiful football. We've played it in the past. It's left us in second place. In the Wenger era, they called us soft underbelly. We got bullied by teams. Defensively, we weren't that great. But now we are a robust team. We are tough to play against. We're not soft anymore. In fact, we're causing tears around the league. The dark arts. Arsenal with corners. So listen, it's not going to be pretty. And if this is what it takes, if it's going to take set piece goals, 1-0 goals for us to get to that title, I'll take it. It's not going to be pretty. But hey, we're almost there. Brighton, look, I think with this game, you could really start to see the exhaustion between the players, right? Especially Martin. I mean, Martin Zubabendi. My goodness, brother, what is going on? We're not seeing our midfield guy, which is a bit concerning because it seems like in big games, especially against Chelsea, kind of went a bit missing. Against Brighton, we didn't see too much of him either. But look, I guess he's there. He's there because things are happening. But I guess we're not seeing him as much as we want to see him, right? So yeah, Brighton, I mean, look, this game, they came out hard. They were pressing hard. They came out with some hunger, right? And Saka came out and struck a goal early in that game. Shout out to him. You know, we were able to defend that lead for the rest of the 90 minutes plus extra time. I mean, a few mistakes, of course, at the back. Thankfully, they didn't cost us. I'm thinking about the one from Raya in the beginning of the game. And also Zubimendi as well. He did a back pass that almost, led to our boys scoring there. Well, not our boys, but Brighton, right? It was quite a gritty game. It was a gritty game from the word go. Brighton were pressing. We didn't have that much control on the ball. Gyökeres, of course, didn't have that many touches. Even Eze didn't have moments where he was able to get comfortable on the ball. Like, they were pressing hard, and credit to them. After the match, the Brighton coach, of course, had a lot to say, as he always does.
What a surprise.
Fabian, come on, bro. Come on, bro. And the thing is, he's saying things that the rest of the league is going to run with. But, you know, this is just how Arsenal have to play if we want to get that Premier League. It's not going to be pretty. It's not. Teams are going to set up low blocks. And listen, the boys are tired. We are getting fixture after fixture after fixture after fixture. It's just not going to be pretty. So it is what it is. It is what it is. What more can I say, man? 3 games, 3 wins, but there's still a lot more to go. Thankfully, well, not thankfully, but thankfully, City dropped points. So we've got a 7-point lead at the summit of the table, but it doesn't mean that we can rest on our laurels. We still have to maintain that concentration. We still got to push. We still need to dominate. I think we've got Everton next, and Everton is playing pretty well, to be fair. Well, I mean, against Newcastle, they played pretty well, right? We know how every team treats Arsenal like a cup final, so they're not going to be lying down either. And I really think that this season might go down to the wire. If we're not pulling away from City now, then hopefully we can just keep this momentum. I think we're on course for 85 points this season, which is a pretty good points total. And look, don't let them gaslight you. There is not going to be an asterisk next to this title if Arsenal win it, because I think this is by far one of the most difficult titles to win in recent memory. I mean, man, it's been a challenging season through and through. So big shout out to the boys. I think, you know, this is where we've really gotta back them up in this final push. And I think, yeah, we could be seeing something beautiful at the end of the season. So, man, come on, you Gunners.